So let's get this show going. I'd like to introduce Holly Smithson, the CEO of Athena San Diego, and please enjoy your evening.
Good evening, everyone, and it is my immense pleasure to welcome all of you, and those of you that are united here by a mission to empower women. Can I see a show of hands? How many people here want to empower and elevate women in STEM? I'm obviously in the right company. So central to tonight's celebration are the honorees, certainly the judges, and above all else, the event sponsors, without whom none of this would be possible. And in recognition of the partnerships that make Athena ever stronger, not only in the light that we shine on the leaders of diversity, like those of you in this room, but also because in the advocacy that we pursue together. And for that, we thank you. Now, for those of you that know me, I like to really know my audience. So I'm gonna get really personal with you. I wanna ask you, and I want you to raise your hands, and I want you to raise it high, because at Athena, it's all about authenticity. It's all about passion and vulnerability. So please stand if you are here, not just for one night, but for the long journey to empower women and elevate more women working and leading in STEM. Please rise. As Athena's CEO, this is certainly my personal mission. And for any of you that know me, action is my North Star. And I want you to know that my objective for tonight, yes, Pam, my objective is that all of you come away inspired and that you come away challenged to not only make a change in your own career, but to make a change in others' career. Because at the end of the day, we all have an obligation to take action, measurable action. Because ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It's our time. And what drives this sense of confidence about the timing is because there is this, it's almost this tectonic shift that's happening in society where the value that we're placing on women in the workforce, it's like something we've never seen before. And it's really generating a profound sense of what's possible. And as Athena continues to empower the scientists and the technologists, Rajmi, and turning these women into corporate leaders, we tonight want to declare with all of you as our witnesses Athena's brand new bold mission, and that is to empower 1 million women leading in STEM by 2030. Can we do this? Can we do this? Who's with me? We are really determined on this mission because we are fueled by the power of offering 50 leadership development and mentoring programs. We are fueled by the digital new library called the Atheneum, and we're fueled by the local and global advocacy partners. And I'm here to tell you, as my witness, our pursuit has never been more pronounced. However, there's one glitch to this grand vision that we want to share with all of you. And we know that our success in achieving gender equality is really going to hinge on our ability to engage business. And the fastest way to do this, we believe, is to really mobilize our business partners. Had wonderful conversations with our friends at Intuit and all the things that are happening there. It's so inspiring. But I don't want it to be about Intuit or Qualcomm or the other folks. I want this to be the norm, not the anomaly. Because fundamentally, we believe that partnerships are about more than cooperation. They reflect a building of shared values. So, as all of you, well, some of you may know, in 2018, for Athena's 20th anniversary, Athena became a signatory to the United Nations Global Compact. And what that is, it's the world's largest corporate sustainability initiative. And what it does is it requires CEOs to sign on and to commit to gender equality and other inequities to solve for. And then it provides them the means to transform their companies and to modernize their workforce. So that's an interesting opportunity, and Athena could not be more excited to be a part of that. However, we know that data can tell a very compelling story. So let's reflect on some numbers to help us better frame the opportunity that's right in front of us. So today, 4 years in, the Compact boasts 10,000 signatories from CEOs around the world that are not only committed to gender equality, but they're actually reporting on it. So now, let's take a survey of how many companies in the US make up that 10,000 number. 500. 500 out of 10,000. Okay, let's dig a little deeper. How many companies are in this auditorium that are representing STEM companies and those that support STEM companies? Anybody want to take a guess? 160. There's 160 companies that are represented in this room, and how many of those companies do you think CEOs have signed on to this global compact? Can I hear some numbers? Barbara Bree? Janice Brown? 10? All right. Cara Bartone? 6. All right. So the number is, Janice Brown, you won. The Price is Right. Woo! But in all seriousness, as a global STEM hub, I submit that we can do better. And you know what? We will do better. Because last time I checked, being in last place is not how we stay classy, San Diego. And by the way, can I take a moment to pause and acknowledge Qualcomm's Steve Mollenkopf for being one of those 10. We love you, Steve. So as Athena takes this shared vision on the global stage, we actually need all of your CEOs to join. And this is the first step in making gender equality a reality, making it a corporate strategic priority. And so what this creates for every one of us in this room, guess what? It means we now have an on-ramp. We have an on-ramp for equal pay, for equitable promotion and recruitment rates, and for seats in the boardroom. Is anybody interested in those on-ramps? So to everyone in this room, this is where the action comes in, because this is our call to arms. And it's our time to take action. I was sharing something with the Intuit executives earlier tonight and talking about how you can have this great technology like 5G. You can have this great team, which is incredibly diverse, but if you don't have the timing, it's a moot point. And ladies and gentlemen, I submit that it's our time. So as the data demonstrates, we know that when we have a diverse workforce, that we can expect innovation to thrive. We can expect new markets to open up. And most importantly, we can expect profits to increase in parallel. But ultimately, what it really comes down to is that San Diego can become a destination dominated by diversity. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a future where everybody wins. Are you with me? With so much at stake, won't you all embrace our call to action tonight and approach your leadership tomorrow en masse? This is not an invitation that we're going to forget about after the glass of wine is over, Denise. But we ultimately do have an obligation to make our voices heard. I mean, this is what Athena is all about, to feeling empowered in your voice. And I'm telling you, right now, it's our time. So please take Athena's call to arms. Please take it tomorrow to your leadership and demand action. Remember, the power is in the employees. The power is in the customers. So let's make our voice heard. The future depends on it. And speaking of the future, we have a terrific lineup tonight. And I want to introduce tonight's MC. She's a pretty spectacular woman. She is going to introduce to you the future of the workforce and the leaders that are paving the way. She is my favorite Kiwi. She is a movie star in many international markets, and she's also a stand-up comic. So all of you better strap on your seatbelts because we're about to take off. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. Big round of applause for your friend and my friend, Stephanie Paul.